Welcome to this explainer. If you've ever watched a modern CNC machine carve a really complex metal part out of a solid block, it's literally like watching magic. It's mesmerizing. But today, we're going to look right past that spinning metal to uncover the pure underlying logic driving the whole thing. We're going to approach CNC programming exactly like we're decoding a foreign language. And honestly, by the end of this, you'll see just how elegant and simple this logic really is. Okay, let's dive into this. Think of this as our language course syllabus. First, we'll decode the CNC language basics. Then, we'll cover our vocabulary for movement and action, followed by absolute versus incremental logic. Finally, we'll translate some actual code to action and conceptually machine our very own block.
All right, part 1, decoding the CNC language. So here's the foundational concept you have to grasp. CNC machines have absolutely zero intuition. They don't know what a curve is, they don't know what a straight line is, well, not until you explicitly tell them. They rely entirely on a highly literal language of coordinates. To master this logic, we're going to follow a really straightforward 3-step flow. First, we identify the vocabulary. Second, we read the program to translate those strings of code into physical movements. And finally, we write our own commands. Identify, read, write. It's that simple. Moving right along to part 2, vocabulary and action.
Let's jump into step 1 and identify our basic movement vocabulary. And here is our very first word, G0. Whenever you program G0, you are commanding the machine to execute a rapid movement or positioning maneuver. Basically, think of this as the machine moving as incredibly fast as it possibly can through the open air. It's entirely forgetting the cutting tool into position. There is absolutely no cutting happening when a G0 command is active.
Now, contrast that with our next word, G01. This stands for linear interpolation, which is just a fancy way of saying straight line movement. This is the primary action verb of our CNC language. When a G01 command is active, the machine is physically cutting into the material. It's moving at a very specific, controlled speed in a perfectly straight line from point A to point B. But before we go any further, I want you to pause and just think about this for a second. If G00 tells the machine to move fast through the air, and G01 tells it to cut in a straight line, how does it actually know where it is in physical space? Like, how does it know where to start? Well, that brings us to part 3, absolute versus incremental logic.
Now, what's really interesting about this is that it comes down to 2 entirely opposing grammatical rules for spatial awareness. First, we have G90, or absolute mode. In absolute mode, every single point is referenced back to a fixed programmed origin. It is always measuring from 0. It doesn't matter where the tool currently is in space. If you say move 2 inches, it moves 2 inches away from that absolute 0 mark. But then we have G91, which is incremental mode. In this mode, the machine completely forgets where absolute 0 is. Instead, every single move is calculated from the last point. If the tool just finished a cut, that exact stopping point becomes the new 0 for the very next command. It's a completely different mindset for navigating physical space.
Okay, part 4, translating code to action. With our vocabulary and grammar finally in place, it's time to actually translate. Look at that first line, G00 x20 y10. That translates instantly in our heads to rapid to coordinate x20 y10. The machine is just going to fly through the air to that exact spot. The second one is basically a full sentence, G01 x50 y10 f100. In human terms, that translates to cut straight to x50 y10 at a feed rate of 100. We also have G02, which simply tells the machine to cut in a circular clockwise motion. And finally, M03, which is an M code. These control machine functions, so in this case, it means turning the spindle on so it spins clockwise. Notice how this string of seemingly random numbers is actually a highly structured, logical set of instructions. It's a universal bridge from text straight to mechanical action.
So, whenever you're faced with a block of code, there's a highly logical 4-step process for reading it. Step 1, always check your programming mode. Are we in G90 absolute or G91 incremental? Because that changes everything. Step 2, identify the next coordinate. Where exactly are we going? Step 3, identify the final coordinate of the sequence so you understand the whole path. And step 4, determine the movement type. Are we rapid moving with G00 or straight line cutting with G01? If you just apply this logic line by line, you can map out exactly where the tool will travel before you even power the machine on.
Let's move to part 5 and see how this builds machining the final block. Let's actually see how this builds a physical object in reality. Here is a basic engineering blueprint. We have a block of material, and we need to cut out this specific shape with angles and straight edges. Take a look at that origin point down in the bottom left corner. Knowing what we just learned about absolute coordinates, where do you think the cutting tool needs to move first to begin shaping this profile? And this brilliantly illustrates how the logic physically builds the object point by point. First, N10 activates G90. That establishes our absolute grammar rule, meaning everything is from 0. Next, N20 uses G00 to rapidly move through the air right to our starting point at x0, y0. Then the real work starts. N30 uses G01 to cut straight up the left side of the part to y80. Line N40 commands another G01 straight line cut, but this time moving to x10, y90. That physically creates that angled chamfer at the top left corner of the blueprint. The code would just keep outlining the shape until we finally hit N100 with an M02 code. M02 simply means end of program. You are literally reading the physical shape of the object right there in the text.
Now, let's level up and introduce a slightly more complex shape. Notice that this part doesn't just have straight lines and hard angles. It has distinct rounded corners and a pretty massive dip right in the middle. To handle these curves, we have to pull out those G02 and G03 vocabulary words we translated earlier.
Looking at a tiny snippet of the code for this curved block, we see line N40 finishing a straight cut with G01. But then, line N50 switches to G02. It's telling the machine, okay, stop cutting a straight line and instead cut a clockwise curve to the coordinates x15, y15. And notice it also adds a new element, R15. This is just a general reference format telling the machine that the radius of this specific curve is exactly 15 units. The very next line, N60, switches to G03. Now the machine is carving a counterclockwise curve down into the valley of the part. By simply swapping a G01 for a G02 or G03, we instantly change our straight line grammar into smooth, sweeping circular motion. It's so cool. So the crucial point is this. CNC programming is absolutely not some kind of dark art. It is a highly logical, highly structured language. Once you know the alphabet, the G and M codes, and you understand the spatial grammar of absolute versus incremental logic, you can literally dictate reality to a machine. And honestly, that leaves us with a pretty fascinating final thought. If you can seamlessly translate these simple coordinates and basic vocabulary words into a complex physical reality, what other seemingly impossible technical systems out there are just waiting for you to learn their alphabet? Keep decoding, keep learning, and thank you so much for joining me for this explainer.